Well, hey again, guys. For the party, this will be the last video until the in-person workshop. And I want to thank each and every one of you guys for doing all the participation that you've done. It's really made my job easy, and I have really had a blast. This afternoon, I'm going to show you one last little trick of the trade that I can think of. I'm sure that there's many, many more that I could share with you. But I want to do one project, and it's going to be some rabbits. And, you know, it's getting close to Easter, and so we have a C-size transfer. Make sure I don't have it upside down. Oh, I picked up one too many transfers. But it is a big rabbit and a small rabbit, and it has some little flowers. But this is going to be a little bit different than what we've been doing. We've only been doing one time, and this one we're going to have to do two. We're going to do two layers. We're going to put the layer on and then let it actually cure for just a few minutes. And I guess I should have gotten my heat gun, but I didn't think about that. And then we're going to put the top layer on, and then we're going to sprinkle some flowers around. But during the process, I'm going to show you how that you can actually clean your transfers. I think that's not one thing that I've done so far, but we're going to clean transfers with some wipes. You can use Clorox wipes, Lysol wipes, whatever, just not baby wipes on transfers. And then I'm going to use my distilled water that I have, that I always add for extra in my paste. And we are in the process, Chalk Couture is in the process of restocking all of the paste into that dreamy, creamy kind. And what I'm using is the older paste. It's more like the chalk paste that you really have to mix together and add a little bit of distilled water. But this is going to be my trick. And Mark looked at me like I had really just lost my mind. He's like, why are you going to take all that hard work off? And I said, well, I want to put some rabbits on it. And that is the super duper good thing about having a blackboard. Now, this board came from Hobby Lobby, and it is one that I hang on a door in my home, and I change it with the seasons. And this one had Harvest Festival, and I had the pickup truck, and no, I didn't share the pickup truck with you guys, but I may bring it to the workshop so that if somebody wants to do one, I can help them with it. But it's a double layer. So the bunny is going to be kind of like it's going to be like what you would do to get the truck looking like this. But I'm going to go ahead and clean this off, and believe it or not, I'm just going to squirt it down with water, or distilled water. And a lot of our surfaces in Chalk Couture are the blackboard, and I think the whiteboard too, but the whiteboard will shadow a little bit. And then I'm going to start taking this, and I'm just going to, like an ice scraper, I'm going to get rid of it. It might take me a minute or a little bit, but I've got some paper towels here, and as I get it kind of done, we'll wipe it up and clean it up a little bit at the time. But now that had been on there since the fall of the year, and we may see a little bit of shadowing here. I'm not sure. Hopefully we won't, because that would be like I would be telling you a story. Okay, here we go. I got some of it. We're going to do it again. And of course, the darker the color, the deeper it is on the surface. And I'm just splashing myself left and right. But this is the little tool, it's called the scraper tool. And you just keep scraping. I mean, have you guys had a good time doing this week? I get so much joy out of just sharing the fun and the giggles, and gosh, everything I've asked you to participate in, you have. Like, my favorite one was when we were talking about how we knew the hostess. And we've all met Susan along the way. And yes, she and her mom, Miss Mary, and my mom, Sarah, they were buddies from day one. I think when my mom moved to Union Point, Miss Mary and Mr. Harold were one of the first two people that she met. And then she met my dad, of course, in Union Point. All right, I think it's going to come off well enough that whatever we put back on there will probably cover up anything. And I'm going to use a little bit of this right here. Let's see what we can do. But this won't damage the transfers or anything. Alrighty. Now, while we're letting that one just dry a little bit, and goodness, I just got water. I squirted water everywhere. Not only do I like to do that hot mess technique, I am a hot mess crafter. If I don't have it on me, it was like when I used to play out in the yard. If I didn't have dirt all around my mouth, my mom and dad didn't think I had been doing anything, because I was just always into something. Alrighty, let's let it go a little bit. But yeah, you'll invest if you start doing this with me, or just start doing it. Paper towels, baby wipes, distilled water will be your best friends. All right, I think I got my chalkboard cleaned up pretty good. So we're going to give it a second or two to kind of dry. And during that, I'm going to figure out, well, I didn't bring in because I'm actually going to have to fuzz, but I've got a little fuzz cloth right here before I put back on. Excuse me, I'm trying to think of everything, and I get my cart before my horse sometimes. Alrighty, now we even have the cutouts that are in the shop too, that these transfers fit on, and they're so cute. But I haven't ordered any of those yet, or I believe that's a story. I've ordered it, but it just has not come. And you know, with the COVID, just like everything else, this company is not, we can't compare it to Amazon, because you know, you can order from Amazon and almost the next day you've got it. This company is not like that, but it is doing its very best to keep its designers and customers happy. Okay, we're going to put, I don't know if Shaylin was here, she would name these bunny rabbits, but you know, I used to sit out on my front porch with my mom late in the evening, and especially around garden time, you would see little rabbits. And my mom called them, always called them, there goes old Peter Cottontail. But they would just be scurrying around, and yes, they would seem like they were drawn to our yard because of the fact that we always had a huge garden in the backyard. Alrighty. Now, when you start doing these projects that are layered, you necessarily don't have to worry about which one to do which, because at the bottom, usually it's over in the right-hand corner, but somewhere along the way you're going to find, they call it B1, which would be the first one that we put down, and then B2 after it dries. Then we're going to put it on top, and we're going to try to line it up the best we can. It does have little guidelines there that if you want to put a little dot right there so that you could line it up. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But then we're going to place it on top, and we're going to use, this is going to be the shimmer white, and then this one is going to be velvet black, and it's just going to give us an outline. And here again we have A1 and then A2. Kind of got the idea as to how we're going to do it. So it's going to take a minute in between, and then we're just going to take these little flowers and we're going to sprinkle them about. Okay, so the first one we're going to do, I think we ought to go ahead and get the little one on there. Yep. Yep, it's dry enough. You know, yesterday I was fussing about the weather, and lo and behold, today it's turned off, especially after all the weather that came through. I feel for those that the tornadoes affected, but we've had some beautiful weather other than just windy. Now remember, we're going to have to, because this is going to be a big screen, so we're going to have to get it down pretty good and get some fuzz on the back, because we do not ever wax a blackboard. And you might ask me why, and I'm going to tell you right now, I've not investigated that. I just took the people at their word that I shouldn't do that. So I don't think it would stick right, to be honest with you. That's just my opinion. Alrighty, now I think we got it. Okay, we're going to put him, we don't want his cottontail to fall off, but we're going to put him right about there. And you don't have to get everything on here just flat and stuck tight, but you do want to make sure that around what you're going to chalk on is down good. And see, this right here, that's one of the problems with this. You don't want it to bubble up. With these open screens, it has the potential of holding a little bit of air up underneath it. and it can bleed over or whatever. All right, now let's see. I mean, you can get so creative that if you wanted to, you could glue a cotton ball down there, or a little pom-pom or something for his tail. Alrighty, I think that's in pretty good condition. And we're just going to plop a little bit. See, when you work with packets, you don't have an opportunity a lot of times to put it back in its spot or in its little jar. You have to discard. So that's one reason if I'm going to do projects, I want to have a jar, and let me tell you, these jars of paste, they last forever. And remember guys, the transfers are reusable, so you pretty much, you fuzz. Let's get this off because we want this one to be pretty. We don't want any ridges or anything. Okay. Now, we can grab a spot, but I always like to pull from the top down. And here we go. And you try to keep it as even with your pull as you possibly can. So I'm gonna just kind of pull evenly. Oh yeah, that's cute. Cute, cute, cute. Let's see, I'm just gonna turn him over because we won't use him anymore until we'll have time enough to get him washed. Okay, now let's find our big fella, and we'll go ahead and get him over here to the side. Okay, and I'm gonna move this one out of the way since I didn't bring my actual heat gun in here. And we're going to put a little bit on here. Put a little bit of fuzz. Maybe that's enough. We'll bring him back in. And then we'll try to make sure that we've got him lined up pretty close to about where the other one is. We want to try to make them look like they're standing on the same thing. Alrighty. Now, one way that I usually check it is he's up just a tiny bit. I am going to fuzz a time or two more just for good measures because he is sticky. And if you ever get them stuck together, don't panic. Just be easy and gentle and pull apart. I should have left him alone, y'all. So this one, he's just going to either be a little bit taller. He's already taller, but he's going to be either a little bit, he might be even a little crooked, but that'll be all right. Now, let's see if we can't get him down. And see, there's how it traps air, but right there, that air is not going to make that much difference. You want to make sure that the air is not close to where you're trying to put paste. Like right in here. Because we don't want it to feed up underneath. So we're going to seal around the rabbit figure. Okay, and we're still going to use the white shimmer, or shimmer frost is what this is. And being on the black, it makes him look like he's got a little gray in his hair. Okay, now, and just easy does it. Oh, I think this is going to turn out perfect. It's really looking cute. What kind of Easter plans have you guys made or are thinking about? I'm going to actually get my COVID shot, I think, the day before Easter. So I'm hoping that I don't have any symptoms. I've heard that usually the second shot is the worst one, so. But I joined the club. I decided to go ahead and take the old COVID shot. And I'd rather be safe than sorry. Or at least I feel that way. Alrighty, here we go. Remember, we pull as even as we possibly can. Okie dokie. Now, we're coming on down with it. And the cool thing is that we usually can swap out. We can do one project over on this side, and then we can get it situated, and then we can, this one will be dry enough, I do believe, for us to put the final touches on this one. And then we'll move to the next one. But yeah, Easter plans, I know they tell you you can have so many people in your house and you can't do this and you can't do that. And, you know, it's gotten to the point you don't know really what to do. Or at least I feel that way. I don't know about you guys. I feel like sometimes that I'm trying my very, very best, but it doesn't seem to be quite good enough. Now this needs a little bit of water in it. And I'm just going to gently stir it up. And when we get to the in-person workshop, you'll see how you have to kind of work with your paste. Okay, I think that's pretty good. And see what I'm telling you about baby wipes, or at least I tend to use quite a few of them. Okay, now. Here we go. We're going to see if we can't line him up. And see, something else I can tell you too. Anything that you've got on that's got any kind of fuzz, You could actually, if you wound up not having a fuzz cloth, you could use anything, a t-shirt, your blue jeans, your pants, anything that has a little bit of lint to it. So that's the good thing about it, is like the top that I've got on is perfect for it. Alrighty, let's see what we can get done here now. Still a little bit sticky. You want it not to be too sticky. Because that would be a good blooper if I couldn't get it off if I had to put my foot on it to pull it. Y'all would have a big old laugh about that, because I'd have to show you the video. Now let's try it again. We got to get his nose on there right, and his whiskers. Now let's see. And see, with this second layer, you're not going to put any kind of paste. You're just going to, whatever the screen is open, is going to be the only thing that you pull paste on. So it's not like you're going to make this bunny black. This just puts you some detail on your white. Let's see, we'll get just a smidgen more. And this would be the same way you would do the truck. You would have to put down the first part of the truck, let it dry, and then you add the second part of the truck. But sometimes people will say, well, you know, I'm not ready for that. And it takes a minute to get to where you feel like that it's going to be okay. But let's see, I'm going to pull from this direction. Ah, look at there, look at there. Isn't that cute? And it might be that the shimmer paste doesn't dry as quickly, but I thought that turned out real cute right there. It doesn't dry as quick. Let's see. Nope, it's not dry. So what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to go ahead and start adding some extra flowers, and we're going to decorate it a little bit with these two flowers, and then I will show you how that we can actually clean up without water. So over here on this side, and I'm just going to put this down here since it's a little one. Let's see, do we want to make him a pink one, or I think he needs some pink. And I'm going to put a flower right there. And this is Penny. And I'm not going to put this one up until we get the outline on this other one. Okay, and so we're just going to, whoops. We almost made a mess, didn't we? But you know how little rabbits, they like to get all up in your flower stuff. They sniff the flowers. And you can actually use the transfer a lot of times twice. So we're gonna take a chance on that today, and we're gonna put this one down just a little bit over here. And we're just gonna rake through that. Now, see, I've got a little bit of pink right there, but that's the cool thing about this chalk paste. You can actually just rub it off. All right, now, next thing is I'm gonna put a little bit of water right here. I'm gonna put my transfer down. I'm gonna get one of my disinfectant wipes, and I'm gonna begin to wipe it off. And I'm gonna then turn it on the back, and I'm gonna wipe it. And then I'm gonna turn it over again, and I'm gonna wipe it. But now I'm gonna turn it face down over here on my little paper towel, because it's gonna have to dry just a little bit before we can continue to add some flowers. Alrighty, so I'm gonna put a big one over here. But I'm gonna make this one, I believe I'm gonna make this one blue. You know, at Easter time, I think about pastels more so than I do any time of the year. I'm truly not a pastel person, but I do feel like Easter is the pastel month. It passes. Okay, now. And this is a morning sky color. It's a very light, it's a beautiful blue, almost like a baby blue. Oh, and this is in good condition. So let's see, did I get out another one? I don't guess I did, so I'll have to clean this one off. Remember, you clean your tools with baby wipes, or you can clean them with your disinfectant wipes, but your baby wipes were easier to come by during the COVID. Okay, and we're going to do 2 times with this one too. So we'll put him over here. And you just take your finger and just kind of pat it down. And we'll get a little bit more with your little stir stick. And you just put it in there. Alrighty. See how cute this is going to be? Okay, now I'm going to push it out of the way again. And you have to make sure that you keep your wipes separate, because here again, you do not want to clean your transfer with a baby wipe, because the baby wipe usually has an oil on it. But So you could actually be somewhere and you didn't have access to water, and you still can clean up your transfers. Okay, now I think we probably can go ahead and put everything on the big one. I think probably it has dried enough that we can do that now. Let's see. Actually, no, it has not. Because it's cute, but it did pull up the paste. I'm gonna excuse myself one more time, and I'm gonna get the hot gun. I don't even see the hot gun, gracious. Yes, I do. Here it is. We'll get it plugged in and we'll get this done. The one thing that we have to be careful about when you do something with the hot gun is that you can stick your transfer. If you put it down on there before it actually cools off enough, you can stick your transfer to it. I've done that. And when you buy these transfers, you don't want to tear them up. But that was my problem. I didn't mean to do it. But it's getting dry. Just need a little heat. Now, alrighty. So we'll fan it. So all we've got to do is put it's like putting eyeliner on, put his features on, and then put him some flowers over here, and we'll have it all done. Alrighty, let's see. I think we're good. You know, we'll make our Peter Cottontail look really pretty. Alrighty, I'll try my best not to hold my tongue out when I go to sit this, because I did leave a little thing so I could kind of, a little dot there so I could line it up. We'll see if I'm going to be good at that. And I'm just using my apron to put the fuzz on. Like I was saying, you can pretty much fuzz with pretty much anything that you want to. All right, guys, let's see what I can. You know, it just wants to be hard to get along with. So we're so far, how do you like it? I think it's going to turn out cute. I think it's going to be. I'm not going to put it outside, but if I were going to put it outside, if I were to do it something like on wood, I've had a question asked me, you know, if you want to put stuff outside, how do you seal it? Well, I use the spray polyurethane, and I put at least 2 to maybe 3 coats if I'm going to be outside. Okay, here we go. This is just, it's driving me crazy here. Might need to get me a cotton ball to put on the back of this transfer. But we want to get it on there right. Okay, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I got it. Maybe, nope, I don't think so. Let's see if I'm anywhere near that little mark. Alrighty, my tongue almost stuck out then. Now we're going to get it down there. I think that's going to be fine. And we're going to just push it right on in. Okay, just about there. Now, I know I didn't have to cover all that, but what I'm going to do is, and I'm just going to discard this, is now I'm just going to pull it and make sure that every bit of my little white screens, my detail, is in there. Hopefully I got it on there right, and my Easter bunny doesn't look lopsided. All right, here we go. Ah! I'm pleased with that. Now we're going to add our flowers, and this time we're going to do the smaller ones, and I better do a little bit of fuzzing, but I'm going to use blue on the smaller one this time. We're going to be a little bit different. And pink on the bigger ones over on that side. Y'all want to try 3 times? Because I think we probably can do 3. Let's see what we can do. Because the cool thing is, if we mess up, we can always, yeah, I think it did it. We can always take something wet and wipe it right off. Okay, now we're going to do some big ones. And we're going to put one right there. And you can put as many as you want or as few as you want with this design. And I know I did not, did y'all catch that? I did not use any kind of fuzzing on the back, but I believe I'm gonna be all right. Yeah, we're fine. Let's put one right up here. I'm gonna put one, where do you think? Right here? I think so. We're gonna do 3 with that one. Ha-ha! We did it! All right, guys. I look forward to seeing each and every one of you. Here again, if you want to order something from me, we can, if you hit me up, we can always talk about the different bundles and the prices again. If you want to go on my website and become a customer, please do. I would love to have you as customers. Those that are coming to the workshop, I can't hardly wait to come see you. If some of you out there would love to host a party, we don't have to do an in-person workshop. We could just do an online. We could do it all online and have the finale. I would start it just like I did Susan's, and then we just wanted to get together, and it was an excuse for us to do that. But if it's where you don't want, or you don't have the room to pull us all in, we can do the finale just online, and you guys can watch and then order. But hey, I just want you to enjoy what has been one of the best things that I've found in life to do. But here's my Easter bunnies. Hippity hop. Hippity and hoppity, I guess. Hippity hop. All right, I will see you guys at the workshop tomorrow, and look forward to all your comments. Hit me up. We can get something going. Bye-bye now.